What's going on, everyone? It's Token, and we are back with our VGC battlespot laddering series, climbing the ladders. Today we got more VGC action flying your guys' ways. We still are using our Drifblim Lele team, and the VGC battlespot season did reset. We are now in season 3, so no more season 2. So that means everyone's ladder resets. So we're no longer in the 1700s. Unfortunately, we will be in the 1500s. I did go 2-2 on the new battlespot season on the ladder while I was streaming last night, so we're making a little bit of progress, but yeah, we're not going to be as high as we were, so hopefully you guys don't mind. A little bit lower end of games. They might not be too bad though, considering that the ladder reset for everybody, so there's a lot of quality battlers that are a little bit lower on the ladder than they usually are. So we'll see if we can pick up some good opponents and pick up some wins in today's episode. If you guys do end up enjoying yourselves, definitely leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more VGC action. We're going to get a $14.99 opponent from California of the United States, and they're going to have a team of Tapu Fini, Buzzhole, Porygon 2, Alolan Muck, Vikavolt, and Alolan Marowak. So looking at my opponent's team, they definitely are pretty heavy on the Trick Room end. Pretty heavy on Trick Room. And they can easily just lead with, like, they can lead with Porygon 2 easily. They can lead with the Muck easily. Honestly, that makes me want to lead with, definitely makes me want to lead with Metagross. So I'm going to lead with Metagross. Excuse me. And definitely going to bring Garchomp. It has a good matchup against a lot of things. And then do I just go Stilla or Snorlax? Probably Snorlax. There's a Buzzhole though. There is a Buzzhole. Snorlax though, just because it's threatened more. It's threatened mainly just by the Buzzhole, and like Muck's obviously not the best matchup for Snorlax either, but I feel like we got all right answers for Muck. Just in the case of Celesteela, it's pressured heavily by Vikavolt and by the Buzzhole, and I don't like that. So we're gonna switch it up on my opponent. We're not just sticking to Drifblim Lele. So we'll see if this works out for us. See if it works out. Challenged by Pokemon Trainer Mauro. Alright, he's going to lead with that Fini Muck. I've come to expect that lead when I do face off against some of these teams. So nothing too crazy there. My question is, can I Moonblast and Meteor Mash into that Muck? Would a Moonblast not break its, not prop its Figgy, and then the Meteor Mash can take it out? I'm gonna go for that. Yeah, this may be a mistake, but I'm going to go for it. We'll see how it does. So Moonblast and Meteor Mash on Muck. I want Muck gone. Muck threatens a vast majority of my team, and I just really want it gone. Oh god. Oh man. Free Muddy Water. Is it Specs? It's not Specs, thankfully, but I did double into Muck. Alright, would my opponent expect that I would just go for that exact same play? And even if they did, what can they go into? Yeah, we're just going to do the exact same thing. I guess my opponent can go into P2 now though, but I don't really get how this hurts us, especially if it works out, so I'm just going to go for the exact same play. Going for that exact same play. Yeah, I really want Muck out of here. And then I can just switch in Snorlax after this, and we're fine with the Fini going for those Muddy Waters, especially since it's not Specs, and especially since it didn't get any accuracy drops. So as long as we can connect with the Meteor Mash even after another Muddy Water, we should be fine. We should be fine. So we'll see what my opponent exactly prioritizes doing. Good protect on their end. I did double into the slot, so it did work out. So we'll see. Please do not go below half. Oh, and it goes below half. Oh, I just needed it not to go below half. Alright, that stings. That stings. I needed that not to go below half, and it did. We don't get an accuracy drop, thankfully, though. We'll get the Meteor Mash off. And we probably get knocked off on Metagross, and we do. And that's, yeah, that's going to take out Metagross. Yeah, I'm just going to go into Garchomp, and I'm hoping I can force my opponent to not protect their Finny, but to just go for another Muddy Water. That'd be awesome. So I am actually just going to Swords Dance, and I'm actually going to... Yeah, I'm going to Swords Dance and Protect. Hopefully my opponent doesn't go for a Moonblast on Garchomp. That'd be bad. That'd be bad. I'm hoping they just go for another Muddy Water. That'd be ideal. Another Muddy Water would be ideal. I kind of put myself in a bad position since I didn't know whether that Muddy Water would put us below a health we didn't want to be at or not. I didn't know, so... Yes, Infinity protects. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Perfect. Alright, so now we ground DMZ into the Finny, and we Psychic the Vikavolt. Finny might switch out into Muck, which would be unfortunate. That'd definitely be unfortunate. Because Muck's at the health where I would just want to EQ into it. Or honestly, anything but have to waste my ground MZ. So hopefully that doesn't occur on the Finny slot. Getting rid of Finny is huge here though, if we are able to do so. And yes, awesome. So Finny's gone. It will be interesting, does my opponent have HP Ice on their Vikavolt or not? They likely do. Usually got Bug Buzz, Thunderbolt, and HP Ice, especially if the team doesn't have a ground type. And there's usually no Discharge, and that's usually one of the filler third moves on Vikavolt. So unfortunately, might be losing our Garchomp here, which is a pretty big deal, honestly. Garchomp puts a lot of pressure on my opponent's team. So we will get rid of Finny. And we will have to see what exactly my opponent went for with their Vikavolt. Do get special defense drop, pretty irrelevant honestly. Does my opponent have? Yes, they do have the hidden power ice. Oh, we live that. Woo! That is why you run bulk. Woo! Didn't think we were going to live that. That is beautiful. And Porygon 2 does come in. Here we literally just Rock Slide and we Psychic Porygon 2. Vikavolt will likely protect, which is fine. That's fine at this point. It might end up being Snorlax against the world, honestly though. But if we have Trick Room up, Snorlax will be faster than the Alolan Muck, and that's one of the main threats I see right now, especially if Porygon 2 doesn't have Toxic, then we should still be able to win this game. Even if we end up in a situation where it's pretty much Snorlax against the world, we should still be able to win as long as Porygon 2 doesn't have Toxic. As long as it doesn't have Toxic, especially if we get a flinch here. We're in business if we get a flinch. We do not get to flinch. I want to switch in my my Snorlax on one of these slots, but I also don't want it to come in and take an unnecessary blow. This honestly, my opponent kind of needs to recover with their Porygon 2, so I'm going to protect Garchomp. I'm just going to Moonblast the Muck. Opponent kind of needs to protect with Porygon 2. Nope, my opponent did not recover on Porygon 2, so there's that. There's that. So we'll go into Snorlax here, and we will just high horsepower the Alolan Mug, so it can't knock off our Pinch Berry before we are able to use it. We should be in a good position as long as this Porygon 2 doesn't have Toxic, and we should still kind of be able to maybe take it out before then. Honestly, just going to Rock Slide and going to high horsepower. So I think we're in a fine position, honestly. Especially because we had Snorlax in the back, so Snorlax was definitely the bring. Definitely the bring. Especially with Muck at this amount of health. Hopefully we don't miss a high horsepower. That'd be tragic. See, my opponent's thinking about their move a lot. We'll see if they maybe protect Muck. That wouldn't do much, but it would be annoying. So we do connect with high horsepower, so there goes Muck. Muck is gone, and now it's probably just going to be P2 versus Snorlax. Yes, we do get the Ice Beam into Garchomp, which is fine. Now it's P2 versus Snorlax, and this all comes down to, does my opponent have Toxic? And even if they do, though, should be able to start dishing out some huge amounts of damage, though, before they are able to, before they're really able to get the toxic residual that they need. They really need Toxic to residual up a lot. I haven't seen Thunderbolt though, so they might have it. Opponent has Return, not Return, and no Toxic, so we're fine here. I just curse again. And the match is forfeited, so my opponent realized they didn't have a chance of 1v1 in that Snorlax, so that is going to be our first win of this episode of VGC Climbing the Ladder. So not bad at all, not bad. We pretty much, we put ourselves in a really good position, especially because my opponent didn't lead with Porygon 2, so they didn't go for Trick Room from the start. But if they had Porygon 2 in the lead, then I would have been able to get hefty damage off on it with a double target. Well, I would have took it out with double targeting it. I definitely would have prioritized that, and then I would have just used Garchomp to obliterate Muck, and then we still could have been in a pretty good position. So I think we had the matchup there, and I think definitely not going with the Drifblim Lele combination was smart on our end as well. So we're going to hop into another game, and hopefully we can snag another win before we call it quits today. Hopefully. But yeah, oh, that was a very clutch protect on my opponent's end. Needed them to go for that, as we get a 15-16 opponent from Spain, and they are going to have a team of Arcanine, Kartana, Gigalith, Tapu Fini, Mandibuzz, and Garchomp. Haven't seen Mandibuzz in a while, so I almost forgot its name. But nice team, definitely. We're not setting up Trick Room or anything, so not really too worried about Gigalith. Arcanine's definitely a threat, as always. My opponent can lead like Mandibuzz, Tapu Fini, but that's not too big of a deal. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go, yeah, I'm going to go Drifblim and Lele, and then we're going to go, I really want to bring Garchomp, but at the same time, my opponent's ready to go. So what do I want here? What do I want here? Like Metagross a lot, and it's threatened by 2 Pokemon, not just 1. So let's go Celesteela, and I think Garchomp. Yeah, we'll go Garchomp. We'll go Garchomp. So my opponent kind of knew what they wanted to do in this one. Seemed like they picked their team relatively quick. So we'll see what exactly they decide to lead. Probably Mandibuzz and Finny if I had to guess, honestly, myself. That's what I would guess. So we do lead with Drifblim and Lele, as my opponent leads with Kartana and Mandibuzz. So I'm actually just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp right off the bat, and I'm going to... Oh god. That hurts. That hurts. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Oh man. That freaking hurts. I knew I definitely could have protected. Oh man, that hurts so much, especially now that they went for... Oh man, that freaking hurts. That hurts a lot. I knew I could have definitely just went for... I know I could have just went for Tailwind and protected Tabu Lele, but I thought my opponent would prioritize Tailwinding with Mandibuzz, and I wanted to put it in a position where it was forced to roost the next turn. So that's just, it's honestly really just unfortunate. Pretty much have to double target into the Kartana slot here. It's pretty much our best bet. Kartana might protect, but it's not really going to accomplish anything. My opponent might have Night Slash on this Kartana, which would be pretty good on their end. We'll get a Smart Strike, yeah, into the Drifblim, so that's going to do good damage because of the attack raise. And we do get a taunt onto the Celesteela, but that's fine. I'm not going for Leech Seed or anything. We're just going for damage. And we will take out this Kartana, which is good. But Lele was our best answer for stopping this Mandibuzz. We can definitely 1v1 it with Celesteela, but that's if we can get the Leech Seed off before it taunts us. So, yeah, we'll see. Arcanine's likely to come in here, and it does come in. And if my opponent is smart and they Flare Blitz the Drifblim slot and not our Celesteela slot, then they're going to be in business. They are going to be in business. That's all I gotta say. We pretty much have to Shadow Ball here. Our move will not touch the Mandibuzz. That was just such a bad turn one. It's just so unfortunate that the Will-O-Wisp had to miss. That really hurts. Really hurts. We'll go for the Shadow Ball. Get a little bit of damage off on Arcanine, and the Wild Charge does come out. Which is a smart play on my opponent's end. So a Wild Charge and probably a foul play. Arcanine did chip its health a lot, and we do get the Tailwind actually, and that's interesting. That's an interesting play. So now this is a huge turn. I really do want to protect Celesteela here, but at the same time though, I feel like my opponent might just protect their Arcanine, not trying to take a Ground DMZ, and knowing that I might just protect my Celesteela. So we're in a really interesting spot here, because if Arcanine protects and we protect Celesteela, we pretty much lose the game. But if Arcanine doesn't protect and we are able to take out Arcanine, we're in business. So does my opponent protect their Arcanine or not? That is the $1,000,000 question. Does Arcanine protect? I feel like my opponent's playing really on the edge, so I'm actually just going to EQ. I have no reason to waste my Ground DMZ here. Yeah, I'm just going to Earthquake. Does Arcanine protect? Oh, Arcanine protects. Oh man, I should have called that. It was a pretty obvious play. I should have definitely called that. Taunt did come out, and this Earthquake's not going to do anything because of that. Because of that protect, and the other two Pokemon being flying types. So we pretty much need a double protect here. So we'll see if we can get that. And I'm just going to go for the Earthquake again. We really need a double protect. Really. And my opponent realizes that Cell still is my... Yep, and we don't get the double protect, so the Flare Blitz will come out. My opponent realizes that my real only way of coming back in this game is, yeah, that'll take us out. Was Cell still being able to leech seat the Mandibuzz, and we weren't able to get that, so that's pretty much game. Should have just went for a Rock Slide here, realizing that the Flare Blitz was likely to come out. If we did get the double protect, though, I did have to play with that in mind, so that was why I went for that. And yeah, this is going to be GG, though. It's a quick game because of us missing that, that's Will-O-Wisp. That kind of was a game decider, game changer. Because Lele is our answer for Mandibuzz, so I definitely should have probably protected just to make sure that we had what we needed for the I'm just going to call it quits. Garchomp doesn't 1v1 Mandibuzz unless it already has like some boost or something. So that's game there. I would love to get another battle, but another battle could be pretty lengthy. We already passed the 20-minute mark. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of VGC Climbing the Ladder. I really do appreciate the support. Unfortunately, we did miss that Will-O-Wisp there, and that was a huge game changer, because if we hit the Will-O-Wisp, then we live the Smart Strike, and then we're able to get that very crucial damage off on Mandibuzz, and then its Tailwind wouldn't have been set up yet. So then we would have been in a really good spot to knock out Mandibuzz the following turn, and then Celesteela can knock out the Kartana if need be, or just 2 Shadow Balls onto the Kartana. Like, we would have been in a good spot as long as we hit that Will-O-Wisp, but sometimes that's the way it works, and Will-O-Wisp is a little inaccurate, but it's not too bad. Anyways, though, thank you guys for tuning into this episode of VGC Climbing the Ladder. If you did enjoy yourselves, definitely leave a like, definitely subscribe to the channel. More VGC action is always on the way, as this is what I enjoy bringing to you guys the most. I'll see you guys in the next episode of VGC Climbing the Ladder. For today, though, I'm signing out. See you guys. Have a good one.